Riddle me this. Are truth and fact the same thing? That question is explored in a new play coming to Broadway. It's called The Lifespan of a Fact. It's starring this guy right here, Daniel Radcliffe. Daniel plays Jim Fingal, a determined young fact-checker whose current assignment ignites a great debate on the blurred lines between fact and fiction. Good morning.
Good morning, and thank you for summing up the play better than I ever could.
How about that?
That was great, yeah.
So wait, how many shows on Broadway is this for you?
On Broadway, I think this is my fourth, and then I've done another one in New York, so I've done, I think, about 5 things.
Is there any greater rush as an actor, do you think, than Broadway? I mean, you've obviously done films, all the Harry Potter stuff and other things.
Yeah,
but
film's great, and film's like where I grew up and feels very comfortable, but for like... Theatre is the acting equivalent of an adrenaline rush. Like, it is incredibly exciting to be like out there and know that it could all go wrong every night and doesn't, and that's like very exhilarating. And it also, you feel like, I don't know, doing it without an editor, without a director there every night or something like that, you sort of feel like, okay, I have to be good at this.
Now, when I've gone to Broadway shows, occasionally I feel like I make eye contact with someone on stage. Mm-hmm. Do you ever see or notice anybody who's in the front? Has anything odd ever happened that way?
You can't see beyond the 5th or 6th row very well, but the first 2 rows you can absolutely make eye contact.
Do you ever focus in on somebody? And
yeah, sometimes if somebody's like, particularly if it's a comedy, if one person's like really into it, it's kind of great to just be like, great, I'm doing the show for you right now, like this is all for you. And then sometimes if you see somebody who's kind of looking actively bored, like they're not just like contented to sit there like that, but they've like slumped down in the seat and they're doing something with their arm or they're eating, and you sort of, those people are like, oh man, I'm gonna win you over.
Now, talk to us about your role in this. You play a fact checker.
Yes. So I play Jim Fingal, who is sent to fact check an article that's been written by an author who's not normally used to being held to kind of journalistic standards of accuracy. And so I get sent in to check that it's okay to publish. And I mean, I just tear the thing apart and make his life hell for a few days. He's played by Bobby Cannavale. And then Cherry Jones plays the editor who has to decide whether to publish and also kind of keep us from killing each other.
And somehow in all this, it's a comedy, right?
It is a comedy, yes. Okay. It's important to say. When you say things like fact-checking and truth and fact, it doesn't necessarily say comedy, but it very much is.
And this is all based on a real deal, a true story, right?
It is. It's based on 2 real guys. There's a real Jim Fingal and a real John DeGata. We are loosely based. It's a loose adaptation of what they went through. You know, their process in reality was sort of 6 or 7 years long. We take place over about 3 days. So it's, you know, we've condensed it and things, but yeah, it's the basis of the story is reality.
Now, I don't know if you're aware of this, but a member of our own staff is going to be on Broadway. Yes. Al Roker is going to Waitress.
I am aware of this.
Okay, he's been practicing his singing.
I've heard, that's fantastic.
He's been practicing. What advice do you have for a novice like Al Roker who... Here he is. Al, just step on. I want to know. So what do you think he needs to work on?
I mean, just like try not to also have a massively successful morning show to do as well at the same time.
What about
like,
those?
That's the thing that I'm like, I did a TV show and a play once together, and it's tough, but it's very much doable.
The 8 shows a week and all that stuff.
Yeah, absolutely. But yeah, you'll be if you're having singing lessons already, you'll be golden.
I've got a stunt double actually.
Right. For this or for that?
Well, either one. It depends on how it works out.
And Roker's taking singing lessons. He's doing the whole thing.
No, that's good. I mean, so did I. You've got to put the work in.
That's it. Put the work in.
Yeah.
And wear an olive suit. That's
yeah, that's the key. See.
Well, we are very excited for your show. We're going to head out and see it in Al's and Waitress. So,
awesome,
Daniel, thank you so much for being with us. We appreciate it. And you're going to be back in the 4th hour. And we're going to be joined by Cherry Jones and Bobby Cannavale. So it'll be great. You can catch The Lifespan of a Fact on Broadway starting 1 week from today.